Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. This is me, Umar Farooq Sumro, again in your third lecture of SST Class 6. I hope all of you are fine and enjoying your study session by online method. So, dear students, today, as you are watching the picture on your screen, this is called solar system. Okay, it is our second lecture on solar system. So first of all, the solar system is the sun and all that orbit around it. The solar system is the sun and all the objects that orbit around it. The sun is orbited by planets, asteroids, comets, and other things. The solar system, and it is said that the solar system is about 4.6 billion years old. Okay, the solar system is about 4.6 billion years old. It is formed by gravity in a large molecular cloud. Most of this matter gathered in the center and the rest flattened into an orbiting disk that became the solar system. Okay, now we are knowing about the history of solar system, that how it was made up or how it came into being. So it is said that the solar system is about 4.6 billion years old. It is formed by gravity in a large molecular cloud. Most of this matter gathered in the center and the rest flattened into an orbiting disk that became the solar system. It is thought that almost all stars formed by this process. Okay, dear students, the sun is also a star. As you are watching its picture from a side, it is not the complete picture of the sun. It is just a side or picture of a side of the sun. Okay, it contains 99.9% of solar system mass. The mass of the solar system means the mass of the sun and the other planets that revolve around it or that orbit around the sun. But the mass of total solar system is in 99.9% in the sun. The mass of solar system is about 99.9% in the sun. This means that it has a strong gravity. That's why all these planets revolve or orbit around the sun, because of the sun has 99.9% of total mass of solar system. That means all the mass of the solar system is contained in sun. Okay, that's why all the planets, all the objects revolve or orbit around the sun. The other objects are pulled into orbit around the sun because of gravity. The sun is mostly made of hydrogen and some of helium. Okay, there are 8 planets in the solar system, as you have told earlier, and you are watching the picture of the planets here. As you can see, the smallest planet that are nearest to the sun are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Today we will learn more about these planets. Dear students, from closest to the farthest from the sun, they are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Okay? First 4 planets are called terrestrial planets. These planets means first 4 planets that are closer to the sun are called terrestrial planets. Okay, why they are called terrestrial planets? Because such planets where we can find life, on these planets we may have hope to find life. That's why these planets are called terrestrial planets. And because they are mostly made of rock and metal, and they are mostly solid, all the 4 planets of the solar system that are closer to the sun, which are called terrestrial planets, are mostly made of rock and metal, and they are mostly solid. Okay, and last four planets are called gas giants. Okay, can you get the point? Good. Last four planets are called gas giants. This is because they are much larger than other planets and are mostly made of gas. These four planets that are closer to the sun or terrestrial planets are made up of rock and metal and are mostly solid. Okay, and the last four planets that are called gas giants are mostly made of sun. Dear students, as we learned in our previous lecture about these planets, we will learn here about more about these planets. First of all, we have Mercury. As you can see, we have a planet called Mercury. Okay, so Mercury is a rocky planet with a huge iron core which makes up a large part of its interior. The core takes up nearly 3 upon 4 of the planet's diameter. Mercury's iron core is about the size of the moon. Students, can you get my point? Mercury, or the first planet that is closest to the sun, is a rocky planet with a huge iron core which makes up a large part of its interior. The core takes up nearly 3 upon 4 of the planet's diameter. Mercury's iron core is about the size of the moon. Iron makes up about 70% of Mercury's total weight. Okay, iron makes up about 70% of Mercury's total weight, making Mercury the most iron-rich planet in the solar system. Mercury, or a part of terrestrial planet or an object of terrestrial planet, is iron-rich planet in the solar system. Okay, Mercury is the iron-rich planet in the solar system, and as I told you, it whizzes round in 88 days. Okay, Mercury's year, the year of Mercury is about 88 days. How many days make up a year on Earth? 365, and after third year, the fourth year will be leap year, that will consist 366 days. Okay, but why years are made? The planet revolve around the sun in the time will be called the year of the planet. So our Earth orbits or makes a round of the sun in 365 days. That's why we can call a year on Earth 365 days. Okay, so dear students, a year on Mercury is just 88 days long. Okay, and Mercury is the smallest planet of the solar system, as you are watching on your screen. Okay, dear students, as this is the picture of Mercury as you are watching on your screen. This is the smallest planet of the solar system. Okay, while Mercury is the second densest planet. Dense means it is so deep and dark. Okay, Mercury is the second hottest planet. Mercury is also an iron-rich planet and also the second hottest planet. Okay, so student number 2, now we are reading about planet number 2, Mercury. Sorry, planet number 2, Venus. Okay, so Venus is the second planet from the sun. It is named the Roman goddess of love and beauty, as the second brightest natural object in the night sky after the moon. Venus can waste shadows and can be, on the rare occasion, visible to the naked eye in broad daylight. Okay, and students, Venus is made up of a central iron core and a rocky mantle. Now we are discussing about the structure of the planet Venus, that is also called a part of the terrestrial planet. Venus is made of a central iron core and a rocky mantle, similar to the composition of Earth. The composition or structure of Venus is just like our Earth. As you are watching on your screen, these planets Venus and Earth are closer to each other, and their structure or composition is also the same. Its atmosphere is mainly made up of carbon dioxide. Its atmosphere is mainly made of carbon dioxide 96% and nitrogen 3% with small amount of other gases. Students, this was number 3 planet Venus. Now we are going to discuss about, or we are going to explore some new things about Earth. Earth, as you can see, is the third planet from the sun and is the largest planet of terrestrial planets. As I told you, these 4 planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, are called terrestrial planets, means where we can find life. So the Earth is the largest planet in terrestrial planets. Okay, the Earth is the only planet in our solar system not to be named after a Greek or Roman deity. The Earth was approximately formed 4.54. Sorry, the Earth was formed approximately 4.54 billion years ago and is the only known planet to support life. Many people can say that there is life on Mercury, Venus, Mars. We can say, but the most of the chances of life are on Earth. As you have read or heard that the only source of life is on Earth, because of human beings live on Earth, animals live on Earth, birds live on Earth, the oceans are on Earth, where fishes and other water creatures also live, and Earth is the biggest planet of the terrestrial planets and the third planet of the solar system. Okay, so its original name is Terra. What is its original name? Its original name is Terra. Similarly, our stars English name is Sun. What is the name of our star? Sun. So, while our star's official scientific name is, can you guess? Anyone? So the name or the scientific name of this planet or this star, sorry, this is not a planet, these are planets, but this is also a star. Our sun is our star, so its original scientific name is Sol, S-O-L. Okay, dear students, this was a lecture about terrestrial planets, in which we read about some significant points. Okay, dear students, today now it is time for us to end our lecture here. For you, the homework will be, but mainly you didn't recognize that we missed our fourth object or our fourth planet that we had to read. Okay, so I am telling you in the final the specialty or some significant points of the Mars. Okay, the initial concept included an orbiter. So students, first of all, we have an answer that can we walk on Mars? Can we walk on Mars? So the initial concept include, dear students, as we learned about these planets Mercury, Venus, Earth in our this lecture, so now we are going to learn about the final terrestrial planet, that is called Mars. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun and the second smallest planet in the solar system. As you can see, the first smallest planet is Mercury and the second smallest planet is Mars, being only larger than Mercury. Sorry, it is not Mercury is not first. Venus is the smallest planet because Mars is larger than Mercury. Okay, in English, Mars carries the name of a Roman god of war and is often referred to as the red planet. Okay, it is red because of rusty iron in the ground. Like Earth, Mars has seasons, ice, polar ice caps, volcanoes, canyons, and weather. It is red because of rusty iron in the ground. Like Earth, Mars has seasons, polar ice caps, volcanoes, canyons, and weather. It has a very thin atmosphere made of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and argon. There are signs of ancient fluids on Mars. There are signs of ancient fluids on Mars, but now water mostly exists in icy dirt and thin clouds. So, dear students, as we learned today about more the solar system and about terrestrial planets, why these four planets are called terrestrial planets? Because of these planets are made of rock and metal. That's why these planets are called terrestrial planets, and other four, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, are called gas giants because mostly these four planets are made up of gas. So students, for you now I have your homework. You have to draw on your notebook or on a copy the picture of solar system as it is defined on your book page number 2. You can get help of internet or any friend to make this picture. Okay, so you don't have to make it colorless, you have to make it colorful, bright. Okay, so it could be seen beautiful. Dear students, today's lecture ends here. We will meet inshallah in our next lecture. Still, Allah Hafiz.